We had a discussion on the conception of justice in the Indian context. So now let us move on to the conception of justice in this globalized world. So globalization, again this G word which has become a buzzword, has influenced various disciplines, and the impact of globalization can be found in almost all disciplines and every walk of our life. So how has globalization influenced our understanding of normative ethics, including the concept of justice? In this world of economic integration, where the world has come together economically through international trade, international investments through multinational corporations, and also the integration through global market of goods and services, there we can see an enhanced production and opportunities, enhanced livelihood, elevation of poverty on the one hand, but on the other hand we also do see privatization, we see commercialization of social services, etc. For example, if we take the TRIPS agreement, definitely it has harmonized the laws related to trade related aspects of intellectual property, which has benefited the pharmaceutical companies and which has in turn increased the GDP of producing nations, and definitely there is economic enhancement. But on the other hand, doesn't it deprive the citizens of developing countries from their access to cheap life-saving drugs? Definitely globalization has increased the powers and functions of transnational and international institutions, both economic and political, but the implications of democracy and accountability of these institutions will definitely have an implication in the understanding of justice meted out by these institutions. I would like to read a quote from Yasser Arafat's Gun and Olive Branch speech. Great number of peoples, including those of Zimbabwe, Namibia, South Africa and Palestine, among many others, are still victims of oppression and violence. Their areas of the world are gripped by armed struggles provoked by imperialism and racial discrimination, both merely forms of aggression and terror. Those are instances of oppressed people compelled by intolerable circumstances into confrontation with such oppression. But whatever that confrontation occurs, it is legitimate and just. It is imperative that the international community should support these people in their struggles, in the furtherance of their rightful causes and the attainment of their right to self-determination. How should we look at the people fighting for liberation? Should we look at the guns that they are holding and suppress them, or should we look at the olive branch that they are holding in the other hand, and should we extend our olive branch? These are the questions that we should ask ourselves before we act upon the hegemonic narratives of political justice and peace. Today we have access to wide range of information, but how are we to know what information should we believe, what narrative should we believe? Should we intervene in the affairs of another based on such information and misinformation? Also, global actions have global consequences. Global warming is not a phenomena that's caused by just one country. All the countries should take the responsibility for this global phenomena, but all the countries, do they face the brunt of this phenomena in proportion to their contribution to global warming? Why should the indigenous people living at Sundarbans face the brunt of global warming when they have such a environmentally sustainable lifestyle? So this is the area that we should look at. How should we share the collective burden of responsibilities? So we definitely have restrictions on carbon footprint and non-sustainable technologies, but wouldn't this be opposed by developing countries merely for the reason that developed countries, they have achieved their present level of economic prosperity because of the reason they use such practices, and they are taking the ladder away from the developing countries to reach such a potential. These are the perspectives that we need to keep in our mind while we learn the rest of the modules of our course. Globalization is thus a very key factor in the discussions of justice in today's world. Thank you.